Good morning, everybody. It's November the 2nd, 2013. In here bow hunting. It's probably about 20 minutes to 6. In the stand already. Jared's coming in late. Alan's already here, going to his stand. So we'll get quiet, turn all the lights off, and see what happens. Keeping our fingers crossed. We talked to a guy just a little bit ago who said that yesterday morning he was coming through on the road that we park on, and he had a nice 8-point following a doe. He said the doe come out across the road and stopped on the other side and was watching behind her, and he just happened to look, and here come this 8-point. He was just trailing her, and as he got closer, she started off. So we might be in the early stages of the pre-rut. He said that buck's neck was swelled, so keeping our fingers crossed, see if today can be the day. Well, it's 20 minutes till 11, and heard a tree fall. About scared me out of the stand. But Jared got in here about 20 after 7, and he made it till about 9:30. And he sent me a message, says that he was dog tired, he needed to go. So he changed his camera card out, and he packed up and he went out. I figured he should have went home, went to bed, and then tried to come in this evening. He works nights, and I knew it was a bad idea. So I'm glad he went on home. So far, squirrels, turkeys, chipmunks, wood hens, but no deer yet. I'm not much of a believer in the solar lunar tables, but I did check a little bit ago on my cell phone. And for this area, they don't have a morning best time, listed basically for best time. Usually they have a morning and an evening. All they had on it today was from about 11:53 to 12:53, I think it was. So we're gonna see. I mean, this is November the 2nd. Looking at the sunrise and sunset time and the lunar rise and lunar set, pretty much we're in the dark of the moon now, I guess what you call it, new moon. But the moon's supposed to be overhead around noon today, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been much into those tables. I go by my game camera, looking to see when the deer are coming in. Of course, that having a feeder here, but they don't come when the feeder goes off. They come in when they're ready to eat. But I can still pretty much tell from that when they're coming. Most of the leaves have fallen. The oak's still holding on to their leaves, but all the other trees, their leaves have done fell. I think I hear a hen putting. Right out in front of me somewhere. But we're going to stay in here and see what else happens. Probably go out for lunch. May try to hold on a little bit longer just to see if the timetable is right. But we'll go out for lunch and then come back in this afternoon. I've seen some friends of mine. There's the turkey. I can't get it with the camera, but I just now saw it. It's out to point. That's about 90 yards from here. Just come up over the hill, crossing to my left, going out towards Jared's stand. But I seen some fella hunters post on Facebook that they think the pre-rut's getting started. So keep our fingers crossed, see what happens. Okay, we're back in here for an evening hunt. It's about 10 to 3. While we was out at lunch, Alvin had brought his laptop. We checked the camera card I had and his camera card. I had 435 pictures. And out of the 435 pictures, the only activity was at night. Now, it started around 5:45, 5:50, 6 o'clock. They were in here till 6, 7, almost 8. They're gone. They come back in about 9 or 10. Nothing after 12, really. Nothing early in the morning. Nothing during the day. So, I'm going to stay in here till dark. Give it a chance to see if a doe will come in. I've had groups of 3 and 4 does coming in. No pictures of any bucks. So don't know if the bucks are traveling, what they're doing, or what the deal is. But apparently, you know, there's no deer movement during the day. Not even early in the morning. So stay in here. It's not supposed to get sunset till 6:36, something like that. Got about a half hour, maybe 20 minutes of daylight after that. So gonna stick it out, stay in here until we just have to come out, and keep our fingers crossed something will come through and we can get something. Hello everybody, it's November the 8th, Friday. I'm in the woods, I got a late start, it's about 9:30, but you know, we're headed probably into a pre-rut, you know, where the bucks are tracking does and seeing which ones are coming into heat. So I went ahead and gone on out here, plan to make a day of it. Alvin's here, he's been here since this morning. Jared, of course, is at home sleeping. He had to work last night. He's off tonight, so he should be here in the morning. But it's kind of breezy today. It's overcast. It's cold. It's probably in the low to mid 40s. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and see if we get to see anything today. Okay, we're back in. We went out for lunch. Alvin and I met up. It is now 5 minutes till 2, and we hadn't seen anything. We ran into a couple of hunters at the little restaurant we went and talked to. They hadn't seen anything either, but figured they'd be moving this evening. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We're in here a little dark to see if we see anything. The wind is out of the north, so it's blowing in my face. Of course, I'm facing the other direction. But we'll hope and see if something comes in. Sun's out. There's a few clouds in the sky, but it's mainly mostly sunny now, so still breezy. And like I said, it's out of the north, so might see something moving. Alvin hadn't seen anything this morning. Checked the camera, had 322 pictures, and we looked at them while we was eating lunch. And again, most all activity was just close to sunset and after sunset. Sunday, a week ago, this past Sunday, they were in here about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Of course, that was after the time changed. The sun, so it was plenty daylight, but that was the only day they were in here that early in the morning. Nothing, you know, this morning on the camera showing that they were in here. Of course, it was really, really breezy and cloudy, and of course, yesterday we had rain and drizzle all day. So maybe they'll come in this evening. So we're just going to sit back and keep our fingers crossed. Morning, everybody. It's November the 9th. It's Saturday. We're all in here, Alvin, Jared, myself. It's frosted. Hoping maybe we'll get to see something today. So, looks like it's going to be a nice day. Sun's out, as you can tell. So, we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, I think we're going to pack it up for lunch. It's right at 11 o'clock, and it has gotten so windy. I don't know if the deer would be moving or not. I mean, the trees are really swaying back and forth. Leaves falling like crazy. But this wind's something else. I mean, the tree I'm in was swaying back and forth from the wind, and this tree's so big I can't get my arm around it. And makes it rough whenever you got a tree that big. You can't even get your safety harness rope around the tree without just throwing it around and hoping to catch the other end of it. But nothing's moving. Even the chipmunks quit moving. So I guess we'll pack it up for lunch. Get back in here in a little bit later. Maybe the wind will die down. It's supposed to get up to 60. I think that's what it is. This ground was cold and frosted. Sun's coming up, it's heating it up. You got that transfer of cold air and warm air. So, see what goes on this afternoon. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. We're back in our stands. And it's still breezy. Not as breezy as it was before. At least it doesn't appear to be. Interesting thing though, when I was leaving my stand and I walked up to the top of the ridge up here to meet Jared so we could walk up to our four-wheelers, I was standing up there waiting and I can see the four-wheeler trail, which is across the hollow and over on the other hillside. And I seen a deer coming down that trail and it was headed towards the four-wheelers. Well, I seen it stop. I mean, a big bodied deer. Couldn't see its head, and I thought, this deer's by itself. I didn't see any other deer around. I thought, this might be a buck. And I'd thought about trying to ease up, get close enough to where I know I will be within a 20 to 30 yard range. Because I was a good 60, 70 yards probably from it. Maybe even 100. And then it started walking. And I could tell it'd seen the four-wheelers. And it just kept walking towards him. I thought, well, this deer's going to keep walking, get to where the four-wheelers are, and it's going to cut to the left, which would bring it out the ridge that I'm standing on. So I got near a tree and was waiting, kept watching it. It's where it was headed, towards the four-wheelers. And then when it got there, I seen it was a doe. And when it got there, it turned to its right, went up over the hill above the four-wheelers, and walked out towards my second stand. Yeah, I stood around waiting a little bit to see if another deer would show up, thinking, well, maybe there's some lagging behind it. Never did see any other, and then Jared showed up. We went out for lunch. So we've come back in. We're in for the rest of the evening. Got the doe bleat, got a set of rattling horns. See if we can get something to come in. It's sunny, it's gotten warm. I'm using my jacket as a concealment on my ladder stand here, kind of block anything coming from the side seeing me. So if it gets cold, I'll put it back on. But at around 11:30, quarter to 12, there was one lone deer moving.